Hey, what's going on, guys? Yihun here, or Baus Phoenix, whichever you're more comfortable calling me these days. We got a few weeks or so before Hexy drops. That's going to be the new region. And I just wanted to go off the scripted path for a little bit and show you guys around my guild base while we're kind of waiting. And show you some of the stuff that we've built recently. If we go over here next to the arena, we've got a little viewing area that we put together here. As you can see. It was myself and a few other players that designed and built this. And it even comes with, it's even got a smellable incense. So I think that's pretty awesome. And you can sit here and you can watch the fights, and then this is actually close enough that you can sit in the chairs and spectate. And then one of the cool things I wanted to show you guys, if you're looking for building tips, is you can actually sit in these chairs if you put a chair inside them. So check this out. There's actually another chair inside that guy. And you can do this with a few of the other seating options. It's really not noticeable when you're sitting in it either. It's actually kind of cool. All right, let's move on to the next spot. Woo! All right, I don't really have a name for this spot yet, but it's like a little jam house. So if you play the instruments, or you like Guquin or the Pippa or whatever. Me personally, I'm a classically trained drummer. I went to school for music, and when they released that ramskin drum, I'm gonna be all over it. But until then, it's just string instruments and bells. But if you ever want to come here and jam, you're more than welcome. Little cozy area for us there. Let's move on to the next spot. Right across the street here, I call this little building, I call this the confessional. Because we just like to sit here and talk sometimes. It's also just a pretty chill space to hang out. If anybody's playing in the little music pavilion, you can see them right over there. If anybody's fighting, you can kind of see. And then I like to sit here too when I'm recruiting. So when new people come, I can kind of welcome them. I can stand up and be like, yo, what's up? Welcome. Anyway, let's move on. Let's check out this spot over here. I call this the chill house. It's got 3 different rooms. This first room here is like a little living room, and this painting is really cool. At night it lights up, and the whole room is lit up from the lanterns that I put around. You can sit in these chairs too. I did the little chair trick on those as well. And then also over here, I built a little speakeasy. You can hang out and serve wine to your buddies. And then there's some spots to sit too. I really wish that I could make these mahjong tables. Devs, if you're watching, let us put the mahjong tables wherever we want. I don't know why you don't let us do that. It's kind of criminal. And then over here, we got a little private bath area. You can change your clothes. And then there's 2 different bathtubs. Pretty cozy, especially at night when the lanterns are on and stuff. And then out back here, me and another guild member just the other day, this is pretty new. This is our private bath lagoon that people can come hang out in. So I'll let you see it from the top here. So as you can see, the build for this was kind of complex. It looks like it's just a bunch of rocks, but the rocks have to be placed in a certain way to kind of create like this cove-like pattern. And then in here we have a little bath area, and then there's also, hidden in this bush, there's a dresser where you can change your clothes before you get into the bath. We thought that was pretty clever. But I'll go ahead and give you like the first-person walkthrough here. Again, we love the lanterns, so when it's nighttime, the lanterns are all lit up, and it's really cool. But there's like a little overhang here, you can protect yourself from the rain. And then, like I said, we've got that, you can change into a bathrobe by hiding behind the bush, which we thought was pretty funny. All right, and then there's a couple more spots I want to show you guys. Let's look at those real fast. So next to the chill house here, there's like a little path. And this path leads you to a Zen garden, complete with a swing set and a little bath. There's also a massage area over here. I like to just lay here and survey the base sometimes, or build from this spot. It's really nice. But this is really cool. I'll show you guys this one from the top too here. And again, the rocks are like the most complicated and expensive part of these builds, because you have to place so many of them and get them to fit together in a way that, like, kind of looks natural. And then the bamboo too. Anytime you're making a bamboo fence, it costs like hundreds of thousands of guild fund. But yeah, so this is how it all connects so far. This is what we've got. I plan to build a lot more, so maybe I'll release future videos as we do more builds and accomplish more projects. But there's one last thing I want to show you guys. And by the way, we are recruiting. We're like 15 members shy of the max, so there's still a few spots left. If you're looking for a cool guild that's NA based, we have a lot of EU members and they're online when I'm sleeping. Somehow that happens. But if you're looking for a guild to come hang out in and build stuff with, or just enjoy the things that we have built, this is the place for you, especially if you're NA. But anyway, this is the Martial Tournament, or the Martial Temple is what I like to call this spot. You can come here and you can duel outside the ring and test stuff. So like if you're a healer and you wanna test how strong you are against bounty hunters or anything like that, this is a really good spot to do that. Also, it's nice to just not have to jump in the ring and reset and deal with the menu every time and just be able to spar freely. But there's some sitting spots and some private sitting areas and stuff like that to kind of make it cozy for people to chill and spectate. And then there's a big area for the fighters. But that's pretty much what I've got right now. Later on, I think we want to build a giant castle with a cave. And it's going to have some miniature options, so when you're in the cave, you can shrink down and get small and go through some of the tunnels. But yeah, guys, other than that, thanks for checking out the base build. I hope you liked what you saw. Maybe you're inspired, or maybe you learned some things about building. It's kind of tricky in this game. There's a lot of weird rules, and it's kind of frustrating to get components to go together. But just play around with a little bit like I did. I never thought that I would build anything in this game, and here we are. I just got bored and started tinkering, and you can delete anything, so if you're worried about spending your guild funds, don't sweat it. If you spend too much, you can always just delete the project and get everything back instantly. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be putting out some more content. If you have any questions on the game or want to learn how to do anything, feel free to DM me or submit a video idea. I'm always looking for new stuff to make. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.